Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Who are the faces behind Raila Odinga's campaigns of late? That's the question which most Kenyans are currently asking. Because if you've ever followed Raila Odinga's politics, you can clearly tell that Raila Odinga's politics and campaigns of late is well organized and is well funded. Anytime Raila Odinga's brigades are going for a political rally, I'm talking of the team led by Hassan Joho, Junet Mohamed, Kanini Kega, Sabina Chege, Ledema Olekina, Babu Owino, and that group, you can clearly tell that the team is well organized. And when the campaign is being run and organized by the governors, you can also clearly tell the difference. So the question which I want us to try and figure out is who are the faces behind Raila Odinga's expensive campaigns. Before we do that, for those watching this channel for the first time, please click that subscribe button. Subscribers, give this particular video thumbs up. Who are responsible for Raila Odinga's well-organized campaign? Expensive campaigns. Of course, there are people who are working behind the scene to ensure that those campaigns and the programs run very smoothly. People like Junet Mohamed. But who are the faces behind the expensive campaign? The first group is the Mount Kenya Foundation. If you've ever followed TV during news time, the Azimio la Umoja events are normally given enough airtime. And when they are on the ground, chances of Azimio la Umoja campaigns being given airtime compared to others are normally very high. Why? Because of the Mount Kenya Foundation. One of the key players in Mount Kenya Foundation is SK Macharia. And SK Macharia is taking Raila Odinga's campaign as if it were his own campaigns. So the Mount Kenya Foundation are actually pumping millions and millions of money into these campaigns. And that's why whenever Raila Odinga is traveling to the larger Mount Kenya region, he doesn't have a problem. You can clearly tell, like sometimes I even wonder, like there was a time Raila Odinga was in, I think he was going to Nyandarua, and the number of convoy he had was so huge. Why? Because many people who are members of the Mount Kenya Foundation are willing to put their money into Raila Odinga's campaign. So that's the first group which is heavily funding Raila Odinga's campaign, the Mount Kenya Foundation. For those who've been in politics for a long time, you remember during Kibaki era, when these guys easily went to an hotel and ate 1 million shilling per plate dinner. Again, I also remember like some times ago, someone was telling me that Raila Odinga met with this group, and just within no time, this group of people were able to raise that fund. There is no group in this country, there's no group of Kenyans in this country who understands the power of politics, the power of fundraising for politics, and the power of participating in politics than the Mount Kenya Foundation. In fact, if there's a group which is going to manage to tame Ruto in the larger Mount Kenya region, then that group is the Mount Kenya Foundation. If they decide to break the bank, I don't think William Ruto will be able to hide anywhere, even if he had what kind of amount of money. So that's the first group. Then the second group, which is funding Raila Odinga's campaign, is his international networks. And which brings me to something which I observed, and maybe I just didn't want to talk about it. The other day I saw Oscar Sudi with the what's the name of this Tanzanian billionaire, the richest man in Tanzania, this young guy. He was with Oscar Sudi. Basically, Oscar Sudi, because that guy was a sworn enemy of Magufuli, so definitely probably, and because Magufuli was a friend of Raila Odinga, definitely this guy is funding William Ruto. But the truth of the matter is that Raila Odinga is getting a lot of funding from his own international networks. Raila Odinga is well connected internationally, which means like he has so many people who will be willing to fund his campaigns. And Uhuru Kenyatta decided to appoint Raila Odinga as the head of infrastructure, as the High Representative for Infrastructure at the African Union. Raila Odinga has used that connection effectively to position himself right at the middle of international network. So he has created so much network to an extent that when he goes to these international events, you'll always see who is who trying to talk to Raila Amolo Odinga. So because of that international connection, Raila Odinga is capable of attracting a lot of funding. And that's the difference between William Ruto and, for example, Raila Odinga. William Ruto is funding his campaigns using his own money, which is a big challenge for him, because if he runs out of money, then there's a problem. If there is money, then he's happy. And the system is also keen on stopping the deputy president. And remember, even his international connections were being frustrated and thwarted. And in fact, some decided to take off the country. So Raila Odinga's international network is bringing him a lot of money. I'm told when he was in the UK and when he went to the UK the other day, he received so much fundings from his allies. Number three, the third source of Raila Odinga's funds is a gentleman called President Uhuru Kenyatta. I want to ask you, do you know any other individual who is as rich as the President Uhuru Kenyatta? If you know any, carry your hands. For me, I don't know. But President Uhuru Kenyatta is taking this campaign as if it were his own campaign. Uhuru Kenyatta is out to stop his deputy. And Uhuru Kenyatta is out to do every other thing to ensure that his deputy is actually stopped from succeeding him as the next president of the Republic of Kenya. And because William Ruto has perfected the art of using money, Uhuru Kenyatta has decided to break his bank. So Uhuru Kenyatta is making funds available to Raila Amolo Odinga with the sole objective of defeating William Samoei Arap Ruto. If you look at the kind of branding which is doing in Jubilee Party, if you look at that branding alone, it tells you that, it tells you that the president is keen with this campaign. Do you think Uhuru Kenyatta will watch Raila Odinga's campaign struggle and hand over power to Ruto? He won't do that. So it means Uhuru Kenyatta will be sponsoring Raila Odinga's campaign. He'll be putting money. He'll be talking to his friends to put money. In fact, I believe that so far, the effect of President Uhuru Kenyatta's alliance with Raila Odinga is being felt in the larger Mount Kenya region. Why? Because Uhuru Kenyatta has decided to pump money into his stronghold. For example, he was telling any aspirants from the larger Mount Kenya region who wants to run and is popular to just go outside their campaign and should not worry about his funding. If they have activities, what they need to do is just to write a note. Just write a note, give a notice, then your event will be there. So it means if I'm running in a place like Muranga, then I should not bother about money. What I should do is just go to the ground. If I have an event, I write so well, then they'll reserve for you the money. So Uhuru Kenyatta is going to spend in this campaign as if this campaign was his own campaign. Number 5 is the ODM party. Raila Odinga's campaign really struggled in the last election. That's not going to happen this time around. Why? Because the state is with Raila Odinga. The ODM party, which qualified for political parties funding in the last election, never received those money. But last week I was reading that the ODM party is getting close to 1 billion money, 1 billion Kenyan shillings. Do you know what 1 billion Kenyan shillings can do? So that's money coming to ODM at the right time. Some of us, it's coming to us at the wrong time, but that's the amount of money which is coming to ODM party at the right time, at the peak of the campaign. The other billion is also going to Jubilee at the right time for their campaigns. So if this 2 billion can be brought together, tell me how William Ruto will deal with these people. It's not going to be easy for the deputy president, but the truth of the matter is that because of the handshake, ODM party is now able to receive their funding. And because ODM party is able to receive their funding, Raila Odinga's campaign will not be struggling. Yesterday they were in Kakamega and I was counting the number of choppers which were with them, I saw several. And lastly is the local supporters. Raila Odinga enjoys the support of most Kenyans in this country. You go to region A, he has supporters. You go to region B, Raila Odinga has supporters. But the specific individuals who are pumping lots of money in Raila Odinga's campaign, talk of the Joho family. The Joho family are really pumping their money into Raila Odinga's campaign. The objective, I still don't know. Macharia is doing the same. There's a guy called Ibui from Meru doing the same. He's a billionaire, pumping his money into Raila Odinga's campaign. People like Junet Mohammed are pumping money into this campaign. I know for sure that even the Luo Nyanza professionals at some point raised money, and that money, they were also shocked because most of people who went to that event were giving 100,000, which they realized later is not enough amount of money for campaigns. So Raila Odinga is getting serious fundings from his local supporters. I don't know what you think, but in my view, those are the faces behind Raila Odinga's expensive campaigns. If you have any issue, kindly let me know. For now, that's Lee Makwei. And by the way, I'll be going to Kisumu tomorrow, so I'll be missing this place. I'll be missing this place once more. I've been able to meet 2 or 3 friends. Yesterday I was at the supermarket and I noticed someone was really looking at me, but he didn't want to say hi. I tried following up. Some mzee there. If you are looking at me, please next time just say, you remember the way my wife was laughing. that must be your fan. But anyway, everything must come to an end. So tomorrow, headed to Kisumu. Bye-bye. I might actually branch in Nakuru on my way to pay a visit to a friend. So I'll let you know. Bye-bye.